in a galaxy far, far away, in a future that is a long time from now, there is a universe where humans, aliens, and sentient robots fight against one another to gather resources. They bring ships and arms to know which among them is the best faction. Luckily, that is just a game set in the future for you to play. Hello crypto fans and welcome to Crypto Cash Out, the show that will take you out of this world to bring you news that surrounds the crypto market. Before we continue though, we would like to make sure that you understand that we are not financial advisors and whatever we say or show in this video is not financial advice. We do advise you to do your own research after watching this video to ensure the best for you. Speaking of taking you out of this world, have you guys ever heard of the up-and-coming game Star Atlas? It looks absolutely stunning from what we can see in the trailer. It looks photorealistic and we are in awe from the graphics portrayed in the game's trailer. If you are unaware of what Unreal Engine is, it is a game development software that gives developers a lot of tools to balance out graphics for mechanics in the game. A couple of games that made use of Unreal Engine are Fortnite and Rocket League, among others. Even movies are being rendered in Unreal Engine. The CEO of Unreal Engine said that some shots of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and Finding Dory were rendered using Unreal Engine. The future is now, let me tell you that much. So of course, graphics aren't everything when it comes to games. We still have no gameplay footage of the game and the scenes shown in the trailer are what we already know from the game. So let's recap on that a bit before we can head on to the coin and what makes this game so interesting. So again, Star Atlas is a AAA game that is set in the year 2620. Created by the trio of CEO Michael Wagner, who previously worked at the VC fund, COO Pablo Quiroga, who worked in the biotechnology field, and the head of operations Deb Lucas, who had a finance background to his name. Each of them has a colorful history before going on to work on the game. These three men worked on the game and in September 2021, they released Atlas, which is the native token of the game, which we'll talk more about later. Now, the game is being worked on by a group of engineers and artists that are working on improving the game. Although they have released the official token of the game, the official release of the game is still waiting around the corner. Star Atlas lets you explore the wide universe and conquer worlds and meet different creatures and aliens. It is also reported that the main gameplay also involves space exploration and spaceship simulation. With this knowledge in mind, you have to operate your spaceship to travel the universe and see different lands. When you want to purchase land, you can now start your own civilization by building and stabilizing galactic civilizations that you bought. You as the player can build microeconomies, construct cities, and form decentralized autonomous organizations or DAO in order to rule and watch over all your assets. But of course, nothing is really easy when it comes to money. Remember the token that I mentioned earlier? Yeah, you're going to have to maintain and fix your ships using the tokens you earn. I will explain more on this later. Another thing you need to spend on is with your crew members. You may be turned off by how much you need to spend, but remember that this is a play to earn game, which means that the more you play, the more you earn. Now, to earn tokens, there are lands and planets that you can own as a resource exploration empire. But do take note that once you're running a resource exploration empire, you can't do any exploration on your own. That is why Star Atlas is setting up an explorer drone as a solution to the problem. I assume that the autonomous drones are going to cost a bit to operate. This is how you can earn tokens and real-life equivalent value in the game. These mining towns and planets are going to be key if you want to earn a lot in the game. There are also advanced mining towns in the game where even rarer materials can be found, so be on the lookout for those. This is where you earn most of your passive income in the game. Anyway, the resources that you mine in these planets can be traded in the in-game marketplace for tokens and whatnot. You can also use the marketplace outside the game, which is a convenience, I guess, if you don't want to wait for the game to load up. In addition to that, your efforts in exploring and expanding will also be rewarded according to their website. Wait, it's that easy? You're thinking to yourself, surely there must be something else interesting other than mining, right? You add, of course it is not just that easy. In Star Atlas, there are factions, each of which are battling for resources and the greater glory of their game. For some, this may be a blessing as they see people of the same faction as help in times of need. Others see them as threats, trying to beat one another to gain the upper hand. In total, there are 3 factions to choose from: the Mud Territory, the Oni region, and the Uster sector. The Mud Territory is home to humankind. Oni region is where you can find different aliens and alien species. The last faction, Uster, is the home of sentient androids and bots. If you were to play the game now, what faction are you choosing? Be sure to comment down below as we really want to hear more about you guys. Personally, I am leaning more towards the Uster sector as being an android kinda sounds cool, but I am not sure yet. Before we head on to the native token of the game, Atlas, let us introduce you to another feature of the game, and that is Police. Not to be confused with the Police token of the Olympus network. Basically, Police is the governance token of the game. With it, you have a say in the direction of the future of Star Atlas. Rules will be applied depending on what the Police holders want. Polis is purchased during the Galactic Asset Offering stage of the game, where tokens are being sold earlier before the game. At the time of writing this video, Polis is valued at a price of $1.84. The native token of Star Atlas is called Atlas, and it has been experiencing rough days recently. But that's maybe just because of how most, if not all, of the crypto market is currently experiencing a bull run to start the year. Maybe we'll see the price of the token rise once again once all of the bull run experience in the industry has died down. Now, Atlas is a token based in the Solana blockchain. At the time of writing this video, it is valued at a price of $0.032, which is 5% lower since the last day. The market cap of the token sits at a price of $70,935,299. Now, only 6% of the maximum supply is currently in the circulation. That amounts to around 2.16 Atlas tokens, meaning that 94% of the maximum supply is still up for grabs in mining. You may say that the price of the token may be really low now and have no hope, but remember that the game is still not out yet. When it does get released, expect the token to have a significant change when it does get released sometime this year. For pickacrypto.com, they are using the support resistance, trendliness, moving averages, and the RSI. They see the price of the coin to be around $0.25 to $1 in the next following months. This will especially be the case when there aren't any changes in the market as well. For the years following, they expect the coin to be dancing around $2 to $10 for the next 3 years or so. Our next prediction comes from priceprediction.net, and they see the growth of Atlas to be slow, but a growth nonetheless. For this year, they predict the coin to be $0.045. They say that the coin will hit $0.10 by 2024. If you want long enough, they expect the coin to reach the dollar mark by 2030, which is still a long time from now. But this prediction is without taking the consideration of the game's release, so also keep that in mind for our next prediction. Lastly, we have walletinvestor.com, and they don't think that the price will rise anytime soon. But again, keep in mind of the game's release here. In 1 year, they predict the token to be valued at 0.006, a lot lower than the price today. They also think that the future of the token isn't going to be much promising. But of course, we are going to hope that they are wrong and that Star Atlas will rise when the game really comes into our systems. The game looks absolutely stunning with fabulous graphics and promising gameplay, but recently, the game has been shadowed by its price and people seem to be lost when it comes to the direction of the game. But hopefully, things will change when the game gets released, and we sure will be excited when it rises. It is said that the game will be released in April 2022, so mark your calendars for that. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos from us, we have a video on engines, so go check it out if you haven't already. We also suggest subscribing so you won't miss an upload from us. If you want to help us grow, one way you can do that is by hitting the like button below. Again, comment down below as to what faction you want to play Star Atlas. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun cashing out.